Today on Tamron Hall, an hour of medical mysteries. Women who say they knew something was wrong, but their journey to a diagnosis took every ounce of fight in them. TV icon Star Jones knows firsthand that symptoms of heart disease are easily ignored in women. In fact, she ignored her own.
If I'm the one that brings the news to people and I didn't know, this is my job to tell everybody else.
Star's bold words of wisdom to any woman watching.
This is why I wake up in the morning to say to women, take care of yourself.
Then, a teenager living with the same mystifying condition as superstar Celine Dion. Stiff person syndrome, the heartbreaking story of her fight for answers after her symptoms were initially linked to stress.
Her body would kind of twist and it would get stuck. It almost felt like her bones were breaking. I would never give up on her.
And she's the best-selling author that sheds light on the frustration many patients face in their quest for answers, including her own. Tamron Hall starts now.
Down. Come on, because this is a show I really think, I hope, I pray that you take something with you. As the Tam family, we like to have fun on our show. We have had dating challenges, social media debates. Some of the biggest celebrities in the world have come by this show. But when I first launched the show, gosh, it was 2019, if you can believe it, I know, it's crazy. Time flies. And when we, the team, the Tam fam, launched this show, I felt that it was important that we talk about serious issues, particularly affecting women. And when I say women, this doesn't mean you men out there should stop watching, because for every man, there was a mom, there's an aunt, there's a friend, somebody you care about. So since season 1, for 6 years now, we have heard women from all walks of life share deeply personal and vulnerable stories about going to the doctor, feeling anxious, feeling in pain, desperately seeking answers, but leaving misunderstood. Today, we are shifting gears, talking about something that many women deal with, but not always get the answers for: the struggle with hidden illnesses that are often difficult to diagnose, and now they're getting a lot of attention. Autoimmune. How many of you heard that lately? Okay. Autoimmune disorders, chronic fatigue, heart disease have left women feeling like their symptoms weren't immediately addressed, and the journey to getting a diagnosis can be exhausting, painful, delayed, no insurance. I could go down the list. According to a study, 53% of women said that their doctors did not think their heart attack symptoms were heart-related. Compare that to just 37% of men. Remember, they call it a widow maker, because it's always been centric to men. Well, today's guests experienced grueling and frustrating journeys to be diagnosed when the cause of their pain was invisible and hard to identify. But they're here to share what they found, how to teach yourself to fight, advocate for yourself so that you don't leave a doctor's office feeling unheard. Right. So in an hour dedicated to medical mysteries that are too often affecting women and require perseverance, attorney, author, and divorce court judge Star Jones has been a lifetime advocate for women's health. Star knows firsthand that even when everything seems fine on the outside, there could be a lot going on under the surface. Star visited the show 2020, opened up about her own health journey after being diagnosed with heart disease and undergoing open heart surgery. She said at the time, "I am a heart disease survivor, but a heart disease thriver." Yes. Tam fam, please welcome the incomparable, AKA Star Jones! funny when I was trying to think of how to introduce you. You have so many titles. Oh, no. Like, literally, Star Jones has a phone book of titles and accomplishments. But the one that means the most to me, and I'll tell you, and I'll start crying, and we're only 5 minutes into this show.
Don't be messing up your face.
Oh,
now,
my face, I got shellac on it. It's not going anywhere. But I'll tell you this. Star Jones is an advocate to her core for other women. If I have a dark day, the first person that always texts me is Star Jones. The other day, she got off a plane from some tropical island and said, listen, I'm sending this to all my sisters. Take a deep breath. Focus on your health. Out of nowhere. It is important that women understand this.
And support other women.
Yes.
I'm that girl.
You are.
I'm that girl. Tamron, first of all, let me tell you, I was sitting back there listening to you read my introduction, but what most impressed me is my news girl sister was kicking facts to y'all, okay? And that always reminds me of when we first got to know each other, because at your core, you tell stories that matter to people. That is who you are. And to talk about women's health means the world to me, because we're girls.
Yeah.
Soror.
That's my soror.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I got to tell you, your health journey, you've been always open. Even from The View, prior to that, on and on, throughout your career, you have been open with people. The open heart surgery.
That is no joke. It's 14 years.
14 years since the open heart surgery.
Yes, absolutely. Where they opened up my chest, cracked it, disconnected my heart for 22 minutes. But as you know, I say, they put it back in, so don't trip. And heart disease is still the #1 killer of women.
Yeah.
It's still the #1 killer of Americans, still the #1 killer of African Americans, beats all forms of cancer combined. And this is my mission in life, as you know. This is why I wake up in the morning to say to women, take care of yourself. Put yourself on the front burner. It is important for you.
The thing about you, Star, as I said before, Star is one of the most formidable persons. She is my get out of jail free card if I ever get arrested. You are formidable. You admit that even you, with all of your knowledge, all of the access, you ignored your own body.
100%, because remember, Tamron, you all have been nice and not called me, bad names, but I was morbidly obese for the vast majority of my adult life. So when I was short of breath, or my legs hurt, or I would get dizzy, I attributed that to the weight. So then, after having weight loss surgery, after having done therapy, after having changed my eating habits, started exercising, I should have felt better.
Right.
But I didn't feel better. And so instead of dealing with it, I said, this residual weight. So finally, when I went to the amazing doctors at Mount Sinai and was diagnosed with heart disease, I was like, if I'm the one that brings the news to people and I didn't know, this is my job to tell everybody else.
So all of these years later, you have been telling this. What's been the most surprising response, particularly from women?
The same thing that I said, I should have known. I mean, literally, those are the words that I say, and I continue to say them every day. We should know when our body's not feeling right.
So why do we trick ourselves into denying?
Because you're a mama, you a wife, you a sister, you worry about everybody else. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, my son is away at USC right now, okay, Mr. Big Time College student. But I know when his next, there go my Jake, when his next dental appointment is, it's in my calendar. When his foot was hurting, we had a big argument about when you going to the doctor. I mean, I know all the things that my kid is doing. I know when my husband has to have his next checkup. But women don't do that for ourselves. We will literally be lying on the floor writhing, about to have a heart attack. But we will say, you can't come into my house, Mr. 911, because it's not clean and I haven't done the dishes. So we do need to start to focus on our own health and stop just putting other people first when it comes to your health. That's my message.
That's your message. Coming up, more of Star's message, why she believes community is the key to good health. We're going to also get an update on that son of hers and that husband who's here, and divorce court. I'm obsessed. We'll be right back. Star Jones in the house.